Welcome back to What's Burning. Boy, those American Elm guys are greatness, aren't they? They put together this whole set. It's very Christmassy.
Beautiful.
Awesome,
Very
yeah.
beautiful.
So speaking of beautiful, we've got this beautiful lady with us here on set now. It's Nadine Kelsey from the Pregnancy Help Center. How's Nadine?
I'm wonderful today, Chris.
Good.
How about you?
Good. Loving the holidays. You getting into it?
Yeah, I enjoy the holidays for December. And then, winter still stays, and I'm usually done with winter after that.
Yeah? You don't really have much of a say, though. It's going to
No, I
stick
know.
around for a
I
while,
know.
right?
But yes, the holidays are always beautiful around here.
Yeah, greatness. All right, so Nadine's with the Pregnancy Help Center. You guys are such a huge blessing to this community in so many different ways. A lot of the young folks that get pregnant these days, that was not planned.
Right.
And they need some help. They need some answers. You guys are there for them really anytime, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Anytime they walk in our door until they tell us they don't want us in their life anymore, we're there for them.
Yeah, okay. And as you corrected me in the past, this is not just a female thing.
No.
This is, it takes two to tango here,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Obviously, the main client is going to be a female, but we really try and focus on families at the Pregnancy Help Center because we know that when dads are more involved, there's usually it just goes better in the home.
Absolutely.
Kids get raised better most of the time, things like that.
I've heard some incredible stats regarding the
Yes.
importance of the father.
Absolutely.
And when the father is around, what a difference that makes, and when the father is not around, what a difference that makes too.
Right. Yeah, especially, just with teen pregnancies in themselves, there's a very good statistics of when there's a good father presence in the home, teen pregnancies definitely go down.
Right. Okay, so huge changes in the landscape of pregnancy and abortion and all that in the last year with the the impact of the Roe v. Wade being overturned by the Supreme Court and stuff like that. How has that affected like Pregnancy Help Center? Does that have any effect on you guys?
Yeah, it definitely did. Legally, it didn't as much as I think it did mentally in our state because in the state of Missouri, it was already pretty difficult to get an abortion, so there wasn't really that option here.
Yeah.
But after the decision for Roe, because of the confusion of it, a lot of women are now pretty fearful because they kind of think that they're trapped, like they don't have the option for abortion anymore. They don't have all these other options. And so especially now, we want to make sure that the women know that they can come to us and that we will talk to them about their options, about adoption, about all the different options that Missouri has to help with financial things, with daycare, with apartments, things like that, because we know that having a child is expensive.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that they still know that they have plenty of options here.
Absolutely. And just because that changed doesn't mean that you're not still helping people, right?
Oh, no.
Pregnancy didn't stop.
No. And like I'm saying, it almost increased the need for us, just like I said, because there is more of a fear involved in it now. Just kind of like, if you don't have a car for a few days, you suddenly want to get out of the house all the time. Just kind of like when you don't have the option, it just creates more of a fear. And it also, I think in some ways, made people feel like, oh, the job's done now. Like, we've won this battle or whatever. But really, it's just now more than ever, it's so important to stand by your local pregnancy centers, to stand by these women and men that are in these, a lot of times crisis pregnancy situations. And support them however that is, physically, financially, or, however.
Well, and I'm guessing the financial aspect of this, with that happening, some people probably thought, oh, they don't need our help anymore.
Right.
Right? Like that battle is won. So that's not the case, right?
No. It's very, very vital right now, specifically with marketing, because of of the difference in the media and when it comes to abortion.
Yeah.
They've made it very difficult for pregnancy help centers that don't offer abortions to be recognized in Google searches. And so we've had to completely change our marketing plan, as well as other pregnancy centers have had to do this also. And so we've had to really increase our marketing budget. And right now, you know, in our day and age, the girls, our clients, are pretty much on their phones 24/7. And so we know that that's where we have to market them. We have to be available to them. We have to make sure that they know who we are and what we offer before they even are in that situation.
Yeah.
And to do that, it costs a lot of money.
Right.
You know, you're in the marketing. You know that.
It's not cheap.
No,
that's for
it is
sure.
not at all.
And this is the time of the year where a lot of ministries, nonprofits and stuff, that this is kind of where they make it or break it
Right.
for the next few months or even the next year. So is this a big time for Pregnancy Help Center? Do you really need to get some help now?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that right now is any more vital than the rest of the year, because it really is all throughout the year that we need support. But I will say that in the state of Missouri, if you give over $100 to a pregnancy help center, you get a 70% tax credit
Wow.
in addition to your normal deductions. So just for example, if you give $100, you get a 70% tax credit when you file your taxes. So in 2022, if you want to get more of a tax credit back on
Wow.
your 2023 taxes, then make sure that you give to the Pregnancy Help Center.
That's a big break,
It is
man. If you're
huge.
giving $100, that's 70 you're
Yep.
getting back, basically.
Yep, it is. Yeah,
Or
it is incredible.
1,700, yeah.
Yep. Right.
Wow, okay, all right. Now, so you were telling me something about the Sanctity of Human Life Sunday. What is it? I've never heard of that. What is that?
It is a Sunday in January. I believe it's the 22nd this year. That I am pretty sure it was Ronald Reagan had declared as basically a day to set aside to honor babies that had been aborted. And so every year in January, we just try to equip churches mostly with different materials to just spread the awareness, again, of the Pregnancy Help Center, but also just of the need to come alongside women and men in crisis pregnancy situations.
Wow, okay. And one of your sponsor events that's coming up, which I absolutely love because I love chili.
Yes.
It's the chili cook-off, right?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Can people, what do you need for that? Do you need sponsors for that? Do you need judges for that? Do you need people to come and eat the chili? What do you need?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay.
So the Chili Cook-Off is March 9th. It's going to be at the Exchange, such a beautiful venue. And we will have, of course, judges there to judge the best chili. But yes, we do need sponsors. You can be an individual sponsor. You can be a business sponsor. You can be a church, a grocery store, restaurant, whatever it is. We'd love to have more restaurants involved this year because, you know, hopefully that's where some of the good chili comes from.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we need sponsors for that. And then we, of course, need people to enter their chili. So you can do that online right now. You can register online just by going to phclozpartners.com. You'll find all that information there.
Okay.
And then, of course, we need people to come and enjoy the chili also.
Oh, yeah. Well, if there's any left after I come through, right? Much to the chagrin of my wife, that's for sure. Okay, so we're out of time, but I wanted to ask you real quick. You're wanting to add a second ultrasound tech and,
Yes.
and kind of expand.
Yes.
So what do you need for that?
Well, this is, you know, kind of an odd request, but we really need her to get some more practice scans in, and you kind of have to have live models for that.
Really? Okay.
So we need women that are in first and second trimester of their pregnancies who would be willing to come and just let Janet, she is an amazing nurse, do her practice scans on
Okay.
them so that way she can just get used to doing live ultrasounds and not just be working on, you know, the dummies.
The things you've never think of.
Yes, I
That's-
know, but it's something that we really need as a second ultrasound tech, so that way when women need ultrasounds, they have more options than just our one ultrasound
And
tech.
again, where do they get more information on that?
Probably the best way to do that would just be call the pregnancy center.
Okay.
573-346-3337. And if we're not there, you can leave a message and we'll get back to you about it.
Cool. So Nadine Kelsey, Pregnancy Help Centers. There you go. You guys are such a blessing to the community. So thank you so much. It's always good to see you.
Yes, you too, Chris.
And Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you.
All right. We've got some furry friends coming up for you next. A cat named Doc.